It's a cold, snowy night outside Abe Lemons Arena. Inside, nothing but warmth and love for Gary Inglett, who is closing out a basketball career that's been his rock through his life's darkest times.
I'm excited because I've accomplished it. Nobody thought I would, and I've gotten this far.
Inglett has always loved the game. His #1 fan, his dad, Joe.
His dad told him that, he wanted him to be a ball player, and Gary told him he was going to play ball.
But Joe was diagnosed with cancer. Through his dad's battle with the disease, Gary promised him that he would one day play college basketball. Joe didn't live long enough to see that promise fulfilled.
He didn't get to watch me graduate. He never got to watch me play high school basketball because I always promised him, that I was going to get to college and play basketball, so I stuck to my promise.
It was hard on him, though, for quite some time. Still is.
Without hesitation, Gary's grandparents, Roy and Myra Martin, stepped in to raise him.
We've always been Memo and Papaw, and he was at our house an awful lot, so was Joe, his dad, and we just, everyday routine, everyday life.
They've been my supporting cast forever, since I was this tall. They're like my #1 fans.
Not too long after the loss of his dad, Gary fell in love. He met his high school sweetheart, Jamie, a basketball player herself.
We bonded over our love of basketball. I'm a Mavs fan, and he was a Heat fan until LeBron went to the Cavs.
Through love in basketball, Gary earned All-State honors his senior season and committed to play in college at Redlands in El Reno. Then, another blessing came his way. Jamie found out she was pregnant. Baby Marley eventually joined the family in November of 2010, but the young married couple knew something wasn't right.
She just looked really weak. Really, she wanted to eat. She looked like she was hungry. I was breastfeeding at the time. I tried to get her to eat, and she just looked like she didn't have the energy to do it.
Throughout numerous checkups, doctors continued to give Marley a clean bill of health. 5 days after she was born, and moments before Gary was to play a game, the unthinkable happened.
As soon as we picked her up out of her car seat, she goes limp, and her eyes start rolling back in her head.
Little Marley went into cardiac arrest. The family rushed to Integris Hospital and let Marley go, never knowing if they'd see her again.
The doctor came in to talk to us, and he said that I don't have a lot of time to talk because I'm trying to save your baby's life.
Marley was born with a major heart defect that would require 2 open heart surgeries. It also meant she had to be flown to Tulsa for the operations.
She only had a 5% chance to live. The doctor told us that the surgery might help and it might not.
At that point, we went to follow the helicopter to St. Francis, and that's where we spent the next 3 months.
Marley endured more than 20 different operations.
I can't even count how many blood transfusions she had in the amounts of being there for 3 months. It was a lot.
I'm a very religious person, so I prayed a lot.
It was an emotional thing for me and my wife. We didn't know how to handle it at first, but we stuck together and we all got through it.
Including baby Marley. However, she faced a lengthy rehabilitation process. Gary moved on from Redlands, transferring a couple of times before finally settling in for his senior season at Oklahoma City University, which kept Marley close to her doctors. All the while, Gary never stopped playing the game he loved.
Basketball, I think, kept him sane. It was a really good distraction for him.
Whether it was hospital visits to Tulsa or a game just about anywhere else in the country, his grandparents were right with him every step of the way.
No, I can't remember when we missed him. Every time he's been playing, we've been there.
They've kept every box score, paper clipping, and every achievement Inglett has earned in his career, and couldn't be more proud of the man Gary has become.
He's finishing his college education. That's what I'm very proud of, because he's going to need it in the future.
And as for Marley, she's now a healthy and happy 4-year-old who enjoys the game her dad loves.
I call her before games and make sure she's doing all right. She gives me a little pep talk telling me to do good, so like I said, I use it as motivation more than anything.
Motivation for a journey the second-team All-American wouldn't change a thing about, as long as he has his family by his side.
I wouldn't. It was hard at first, but it's getting better, so I don't think I'd change it at all, really.
In Oklahoma City, Dylan Buckingham, News Channel 4 Sports.